56 goddamn seconds of logos. Also Comcast. Discount Brian Mills. Slow motion alcoholism. I guess this subtracts new meaning to the term Irishing up your coffee. Liam Neeson's character has family members he super cares about cliché. Isn't this CGI airplane moving way too fucking slow considering Neeson is walking at a normal pace, indicating this is not a slow motion shot? If movies have taught me anything, then this random asshole asking for a light is going to be some manner of important player in the drama we're about to see unfold.
Clear.
Full body scanner detects the color of Liam Neeson's blood. Julianne Moore isn't hiring Amanda Seyfried to f*** Liam Neeson in this movie. When this girl travels, she carries all the backpacks. Because he returned the teddy bear, we the audience can rest easy knowing he's the good guy, even though he's obviously an antisocial alcoholic. What are the odds at a large airport you'd be on the same flight and the same row as the guy you were next to at the TSA line?
I'm sorry, am I on your way again?
Also, you were talking on the phone and not moving at all, so yes.
Do you speak English?
That's racist. Wait, Neeson clearly entered the aircraft from in front of the black dude, but this shot shows the boarding doors behind the section they're seated in.
Didn't you order gin and tonic? Because she brought you water.
It's not my lucky day.
Well, that isn't suspicious at all. This movie came out in 2014. This phone is unacceptable. Movie intentionally keeps main characters' objectives in the dark for the audience's sake alone. Superstitions.
How old's your daughter?
Now she's, 17.
It's spooky how much this movie's creators want you to think you're watching a Taken movie. And shameless.
What do you do for a living?
I fly a lot.
Well, that isn't suspicious at all. People who put their seats back on airplanes. People who kick the backs of the airplane seats in front of them. This airline offers free in-flight boning. Going to the bathroom for a mile-high smoke? Why wouldn't you take your badge and gun out for absolutely no reason whatsoever? 15 minutes in, this is exactly what we're all doing right now. Probably with even more power. Okay, so either this bad guy has cameras in the bathroom, in which case, gross, or the bad guy could somehow tell Bill smoked a cigarette in the bathroom without a flight attendant being able to tell. Vague texter is vague for dramatic texting purposes. Why not 200 million? This is the most entertaining texting auto-completion ever committed to film. Hijacker only believes in sending texts one sentence at a time.
And someone on this flight is threatening to kill a passenger unless $150 million is transferred in the next 18 minutes.
Well, when you say it out loud like that, it sounds kind of stupid.
Any threat to an aircraft requires immediate landing. Yeah, all right. If there is a threat.
Bill probably should conclude that his partner is a bad guy from that stupid line alone.
Oh, it's this juice fast I'm on. Gives me the shakes.
Well, that isn't suspicious at all. While discussing a possible imminent threat to the aircraft, let's completely ignore this obviously eavesdropping flight attendant.
This is a bad idea.
She was sitting beside me when this started. The only two people I trust in this airplane are you and her.
Wait, what? Why do you trust either of them? Bill expects this to work. Okay, anyone you can actually see right now can also see you, which means you're stupid.
13B.
White racists didn't circle this guy at the very start. Also, no one has drawn a dick on this guy's face.
As you know, protocol dictates in these situations we corroborate everything with the second officer on board.
Somehow hacking the network and texts that could only come from someone on the plane isn't enough evidence to take action. And why doesn't Bill get the other marshal on the phone? What's he afraid he's going to do? Say Bill didn't get those texts?
You son of a bitch.
Bill doesn't lock the door during this confrontation, meaning any asshole on the plane that needs to go pee-pee can stroll right in and witness it. These assholes have enough room for a fistfight in an airplane bathroom. I'm sinning the number of empty seats on this plane, and I don't care if it's an overnight international flight to Siberia. No plane flying today has this many empty seats. They simply don't schedule flights anymore in any way other than one that leaves them all fully booked with a dozen poor assholes left stranded by overbooking. Okay, the only possible villain candidate left at this point is God. They should have just called this movie Non-Stop Texting.
You know me. You know I'd never do.
Wait, pilots are casual friends with undercover air marshals? How is this possible? No reason why we can't do this out in the open.
All the time. Lost like 5 phones in 6 months, and then I learned this little trick.
Thankfully, this chick conveniently knows a way to revive submerged phones.
As a passenger, don't I have the right to know what's going on?
Haha, you have clearly never flown before. I'm glad we could get the amazingly realistic graphics of the cracked glass during this texting sequence. Ooh, so they could censor the f***ing part of the text. Now, who censors the word f*** anyway? Then, amazingly, the screen's cracks skew a different direction when they don't need to censor anything.
I was looking for Agent Hammond. What's wrong?
Because saying Agent Hammond is dead in this lavatory is in no way less traumatic for this chick than seeing a surprise dead body.
You know me.
Well, I suppose that explains why she brought him water instead of the drink he ordered upon takeoff, but Jesus, what is the point of undercover air marshals if the flight attendants and pilots all know them well enough to know that they wouldn't be murderers?
TSA has recently instituted a policy of random searches aboard international flights.
Illegal search and seizure.
Is that how older men pick up younger women?
Well, you should know the answer to that.
They're a little young for me.
Meanwhile, on the outside of the plane.
Hey, look, man, some of us need to get some sleep.
Sir, sit down. Be quiet.
Hey, look, can we move this along?
It took all of 40 seconds for this guy to challenge an air marshal a second time after being told to sit down.
My fairy brother's getting married to a guy with a British accent.
That's double racist.
Sit down.
After seemingly checking every other passenger, Bill just quits after this dude, which makes it pretty convenient timing for the bad guy to text him right then. Police brutality.
You said Amsterdam.
Bill has been checking everyone's phone on this flight, all except the one guy who ends up being the most important.
Nancy!
Convenient turbulence gives godlike bad guy the upper hand as Bill drops his gun.
What?
Oh yeah, Liam Neeson is about to drop another badass line like the one from Take. Here we go.
From one cop to another.
Yeah?
You know.
Oh, man, is that it? That is some bullshit right there. Where'd the screenwriter go? Damn, with 150 people on this flight, he's gonna have to reduce the kill time to like 5 minutes. Otherwise, it would take 2 days or more for that scenario.
Have you, the captain, had any reason to unlock this door?
Of course not.
Besides the 2 times Bill had you unlock it, right? Did you forget about those? Co-pilot opens the door 30 goddamn seconds after Bill told him,
This door stays locked till this plane lands safely.
The airline believes paying the demand will set a dangerous and irreversible precedent.
Airline is obviously not owned by Sony.
Would you like to see my phone, Agent Marks?
Agent Marks is guilt-tripped by the hot flight attendant into not checking her phone. Guy we find out is a hijacker later who knows intricate details about phones and shit, and who was supposed to be sitting right next to Bill on this flight, somehow doesn't raise a red flag to the guy who notices everything.
The situation is...
Damn, dude, just get back on the intercom if you're gonna tell everyone what's up.
So what's the air marshal up to now?
About 35,000 feet? Time for all the vices! Bill only notices this airflow thing because he's breaking the rules by smoking in the boys' room. He's only a hero because he's such a f***up. Something tells me this guy's YouTube documentary is going to have very important information Bill needs. But more importantly, get millions and millions of views and YouTube watch time.
Do you know if someone else went in there after you?
Yes. She was standing there blocking the aisle.
Of course, this woman doesn't know the other woman's name, but this is still the pronoun game, and now Bill has to ask what the hell she means.
The airline now confirming this is, in fact, a hijacking.
What FBI or airline protocol would allow the live television broadcast feeds to continue in the cabin during what is obviously now considered a hijacking?
He became distraught when his 8-year-old daughter Olivia passed away from cancer.
Super important character backstory delivered via news broadcast. I love how everyone on this plane is watching not only the news, but the same f***ing channel. These passengers were crazy belligerent when they thought Bill was a good guy violating their rights. Now they think he's hijacking the plane and no one wants to confront him. Hell, they could block the bathroom when he goes in, but they decide to sit tight. And this guy's sleeping. How did these terrorists know that the other marshals smuggled drugs on the side? You have to A, somehow find an undercover air marshal, and B, somehow, someway, find the one that is likely to smuggle drugs on an airplane. And C, find the guy who is also partners with the other guy who has personal problems. Also, how did they know that they could plant a bomb inside the cocaine and that security would let that slide? Despite the fact that we saw Bill himself go through security, and air marshals probably have only a couple things they can, by rule, get on a plane. Oh, now they decide to go for the attack. You had him in a confined area. Also, damn man, did that fire extinguisher not hurt one bit? Have you ever seen the movie Irreversible? If not, don't ever watch it. Just take my word for it.
I'm not a good father. I'm not a good man.
This speech works, somehow.
I'm not hijacking this plane. I'm trying to save it.
Since we know that this dude is one of the bad guys, why didn't he just kick this gun under the seat somewhere so that Bill could never find it? Everyone on the ground thinks he's a hijacker, so he doesn't need Bill to be waving a gun anymore to back up that narrative.
What the hell are you thinking?
Well, I'm still thinking about how quickly you and everyone else switched teams to support this asshole a few seconds ago.
Sorry about the nose.
That was never my best feature.
You guys are BFFs now? That was like literally 4 minutes ago he did that to your nose, you know?
Sweetheart, you've got to come out.
Adult on a plane with a bomb on it wastes time conversing this girl out of a hiding spot she could easily just be grabbed out of.
I was a daddy once to a little girl just like you.
Until my alcoholism drove her to cancer.
Don't worry. You'll see your father soon, I promise.
Unkeepable promises.
One of your hostages uploaded a video. You're taking a man, dragging him around.
This international flight allows YouTube uploads? Shit, I can't even watch YouTube videos on domestic flights. And even if YouTube is somehow unblocked, this plane has connection speeds able to upload video without it taking 7 hours? Isn't it great that this asshole ended up in the perfect spot to capture something so important? And that's not even his original seat.
Do you have any idea how easy this was?
Well, sneaking cocaine, a bomb, 2 terrorists on the plane, somehow commandeering a secure air marshal cell phone service, creating blow dart weapons, and finding peepholes in the bathroom. Seems like it would have been damn near impossible, actually. But whatever. I'm just ready for credits.
3,000 people died that day, including my father.
This guy blames air marshals for 9/11. Man, there were only 33 in service that day. And blowing up a plane and framing an air marshal is going to make everything better somehow? With 1 minute and 56 seconds to go, this bomb takes 57 seconds to hit the 1 minute and 30-second mark.
They're not going to kill all these people. This is a hijacked flight. We're a classified threat to ground.
How do the hijackers not know this? This is anti-terrorism 101.
Zach, you and I both know we were never getting off this plane.
Let's talk about the terrorist plan. First off, how do two completely different people, not part of a crime syndicate or terror network, find each other and plan something that batshit insane? How do you bring this up and know for a fact that the other guy won't narc you out? Second, if you're Zach the computer expert, why would you bother going through with the hijacking when you clearly have the power to hack into a private air marshal network? If you can do that, surely you can hack bank software and do the thing from Office Space or Superman 3. Or you could just hack a bank and funnel the money into a bunch of accounts exactly as you described in the movie. This entire finale depends on a co-pilot who already saw his pilot murdered, trusting the word of an alcoholic air marshal outside his cockpit over the word of 2 Air Force fighter pilots promising to shoot him. In other words, bull f***ing shit, man. Speaking of which, why haven't the fighter jets shot down the hijacked airliner yet? Did they read the script? Not only does the incredibly heavy beverage cart stay perfectly in the aisleway for this sequence, but also he survives this. 8,000 feet ex machina. Bill somehow notices the gun before it's even in plain sight, and finds a way to jump up, catch it, and shoot the bad guy all in one motion.
Hey, Bill! I'm getting off this plane!
Guy who already had a momentary moral dilemma about his evilness goes suddenly back to being evil so we can have an extra whammy ending thing. Oh, that's fine. It was only at 1 minute 30 seconds 3 minutes ago. I'm glad they got the plane to 8,000 feet before the bomb exploded, but I'm still calling bullshit on any ending happening from here on in that doesn't involve most everyone on that plane dying. And that's what you get for requesting the window seat. I am not gonna lose another little girl to cancer. I mean airplane crash.
All passengers and crew accounted for.
Oh, you are really testing my patience now.
Yet, in an unbelievable twist, the suspected hijacker, U.S. Air Marshal Bill Marks, turned out to be the hero.
There's no way the news got a hold of the real story of this hijacking that fast.
We're gonna need that money back. What money? Take care, Agent Marks.
Fucking what? Vicarious daughter. This movie, as with all movies, is best ended with the hint of a romantic future out of nowhere.
The red zone has always been for loading and unloading. There's never stopping in a white zone.
Don't tell me which zone is for stopping and which zone is for loading.
Listen, Betty, don't start up with your white zone.
Oh, have I got your attention now? Ma'am, please return to your seat.
You two! Don't you call me lady! I come in here, I give these things to you. You check, you make your phone calls, look suspicious, ask questions. I'm sick!
I'm sorry, I don't understand.
Cuddy say can't hang.
Oh, stewardess, I speak jive.
Oh, good.
He said that he's in great pain and he wants to know if you can help him.
I don't know what we're yelling about! Loud noises!
Oh, so you've never heard of the prophecy?
No,
or the special?
No,
You're a liar.
Look here, Look, I watch a lot of cop shows on TV. Isn't there supposed to also be a... Isn't there supposed to be a good cop?
Are you scared?
We better get back, because it'll be dark soon, and they mostly come at night. Mostly.
You ever play roulette? Always bet on black.